and embrace the experiences of people whose, not their culture, but their way of living is different. There's another, when you were 2, and soccer's a big part of my world, even though in this country it didn't come here until later, but my son was a prominent soccer player here, and I think if he was born 20 years later, he would be playing, he played professionally, he was an All-American player, and he was just an outstanding at 143 pounds. So obviously he wasn't going to be anything else. But he has been able to meet people. He has played in Europe a couple of times, played in Canada, and even here he has played with foreign-born players. And one time while he was just out of college, he had a job in the bank. One of my buddies who's a bank head, he gave my son a job. And a guy came in and tried to put one over on him. And he was foreign-born, but I don't know what nation. And Patrick wasn't going to have anything to do with it. And the guy leaned on him a little bit more, and he said, "You're doing this because I'm foreign or Venezuelan," or wherever he came from. And Patrick unloaded on the guy. You're always supposed to be nice when you work at the bank. It wasn't nice. He said, "I'll tell you what, pal, I have competed with people that got more courage than you've got all over this country and in 3 other countries abroad, and I'm not hearing any more of you, and you can't even, I don't respect you at all. So why don't you go out of here?" And when Fred Sears, the head of the bank, heard about it, he said, "Phew." He said, "That was rough." He said, "But you know, I can understand why he said that." So at the same time we accept, we have a certain quality that when somebody's trying to get over on you, it didn't matter to him whether it was some Irish white guy or it was somebody from South Africa. He ain't going to hear it if he's doing the wrong thing. But at the same time, if the guy's doing the right thing, hey, welcome, welcome. And I think I can conclude by an experience I had. I met one of the Pro Golf Tour premier people from Puerto Rico. His name was Chichi Rodriguez. He was a premier player on the present golf tour, and he always talked about how proud he was, even though they had no money. And he said that someone came by and went into his yard and stole bananas. And his father said to him, "You get that person and you hold him and you bring him right here," because he caught him stealing. So his father went out and got the machete. And he said, "Oh my God," he was very startled. And he looked at the man and he said, "I'm your neighbor." He said, "The next time that you need bananas, you come, I will cut them for you and we will share." Instead of going and chopping them in half. And so I thought that was pretty good for a guy that was really poor. And he really meant that. So I meant that. I don't know what else I could add, except I have great respect for Sia, and I don't know what you do, and for the rest of you for obviously having an interest in making dialogue and learning more ways to open up to somebody who may not look like somebody that you want to talk to, or maybe, because you probably got your own prejudices about people who are uneasy feeling. And that's good. You need that cynicism. I've got it. But I am grateful for what I have. I've been elected 8 times. I've got great people with me. And that's the main reason it works. I have a chief deputy who is my sister-in-law. And she is rougher than number 9 sandpaper. She is a tough soul. And she's very political. I'm not a political person. I'm a friendly person. I know what I want to do. I have a life outside of being elected, but she is in there guarding the door. And I am really glad, because I don't guard doors very well. I open them up. and I open mine to you any time that you can come by, and I thank you.
Any questions?
Hey, thanks.